Yeah, my name is Chris Pittner, and I'm with Sylvan Learning Center. I'm a franchisee. I've been a franchisee for about 15 years. My brother and I, we own 7 locations in Texas, and we've been pretty successful with it, and we were able to survive COVID, despite the fact that things are tough. I think the biggest thing, and it might sound old-fashioned or cliche, is people. We pride ourselves in doing a very thorough and constant search for great directors, because if you have the right leadership within each unit, good things are generally going to happen, and you're going to get more operational excellence, and you're going to be much closer to what the franchisor expects, which is why you buy into a franchise in the first place, is to take a proven business model and become the business owner. So we believe in exceptional people, and I think that's the biggest reason why we have been successful. Is because we're very specific in who we select and what type of person, and that's worked out really well for us. Well, the advice I would have to other franchisees who would like to grow their portfolio is to focus on operational excellence first before you try and grow too fast, because that will enable you to develop staff and people from within, and that's a major part of it, because you can add units pretty quickly, and that's not difficult, but those units might not run well, and then you might not have the financial results you're looking for. So focus on staff and personnel, while at the same time working closely with the franchisor to determine what markets might be available that makes sense, so that you don't impact your own business by opening something too close or something along those lines, and really look at hire people who really know the area, such as a good real estate agent to help you understand the demographics. Most franchisors will provide intel as far as where a good site might be, and some don't, but some do. But I think that the biggest thing is, it's one thing to get a location open; it's another one to run it successfully, and so that always comes back to quality of operations and people. The due diligence process that my brother and I used was, we looked at a lot of different franchises, what would be right for us. And I think that's the first step. You have to determine what type of business do you want to be in. And then within that, you have to really drill down and look at a multitude of different brands that are within that space. So for us, education was something that we felt was a good fit for us, and we went with Sylvan because we felt that Sylvan had the best programs from a quality standpoint, and that's really what our goal was to deliver quality education, and the brand was also very strong. So I think you have to look at the kind of support you're going to get from the franchisor. How's the brand awareness? What's their history been like? Once you determine what industry that you want to be in. So I would say choose carefully, take your time, and just because you start with one franchise, as far as the due diligence process, that may not be the franchise that you want to be with. So be patient in your search, so that you find the one that fits you the best and the one that you fit the best. I think the thing that franchisors need to do in order to attract people such as myself is to communicate effectively with the potential candidate. I think there's going to be leads, and they're going to do their way of marketing to various different leads and so on and so forth. But once you have a quality candidate, I think the franchisor really needs to roll out the red carpet from the standpoint of learning about the person and also helping them understand how they're going to be supported by the franchisor, and how the future might look realistically, but also what type of relationship that they want to have with that the potential franchisee. For example, at Sylvan, we have a very close relationship with the franchise office, with the franchisor, Sylvan Corporate. And I think that's been a big difference. Whereas if we were with another brand, like I have friends who are franchisees that are with other brands, they hardly ever hear from the franchise office. So in that respect, I think having a good relationship works for us, where that might not be what somebody else wants. So I think really getting to know the franchisee in depth is probably the biggest thing. And I don't think that all franchisors do that, especially when they're doing a ton of units. But it matters, and it matters a lot.